Did you know that purgatory was described in detail centuries ago, yet these revelations remained hidden? Dante Alighieri, one of the greatest writers of the 14th century, documented in the Divine Comedy a place between heaven and hell, a territory that few truly know. Get ready, because only here on the Hidden Warning channel you will uncover secrets about purgatory that will shock you deeply. Today, I will reveal 3 facts that Dante witnessed in this mysterious place. 3 revelations so striking, so unexpected, so impossible to ignore that they will completely transform your understanding of purgatory. And the 3rd fact is the most disturbing of all. Brace yourself to face the truth. Let's start with the first fact. When you think of purgatory, you probably imagine a sort of gray waiting room, an undefined place, shapeless, without geography, perhaps a corridor of mist, perhaps a silent limbo, something abstract, something without physical substance. But Dante saw something completely different, something nobody expected. Purgatory is not a vague concept. It is not a hazy idea. It is a physical, concrete, real place. And get ready, because what I'm about to reveal goes against everything you imagined. Purgatory is a mountain, a gigantic mountain rising from the middle of the ocean, solitary, imposing, challenging the sky. And it is no ordinary mountain. It is the only mountain in the southern hemisphere of the earth, according to Dante's vision. It stands isolated, completely surrounded by water. No other land around it, only the endless ocean and this colossal mountain reaching toward the heavens. Dante was utterly paralyzed when he first saw it. He had just emerged from the depths of hell, where everything was darkness, cold, despair. And suddenly, before him, this mountain rose, bathed in a soft, almost celestial light. The contrast was brutal. After witnessing so much horror, so much darkness, seeing that illuminated mountain was like taking a breath for the first time after nearly drowning. Dante describes the moment with emotion. I saw the sky, so beautiful and pure, and the mountain rising higher than all the rest. The structure of this mountain is not random. It is not just a rise of stone and earth. It was built, organized, divided precisely. The mountain of purgatory has 7 terraces, 7 levels spiraling upward to the top, and each terrace represents a capital sin that must be purified. As souls ascend, they shed, layer by layer, the weight they carried in life. Now, let's move to the second fact, and what I'm about to reveal will leave you speechless. It will make you question everything, because the punishments in purgatory are something no one would expect, something so brutal, so disturbing, that you may not be ready to hear. Dante climbed the mountain of purgatory. On each terrace, he witnessed scenes that froze him in place, horrors he could never have imagined. And the most disturbing part? Every punishment was designed with surgical precision. Each suffering is directly linked to the sin committed in life. Nothing is random, nothing is by chance. It is a terrifyingly exact justice. There are different groups of souls in purgatory. Each group carries the weight of a specific sin. And what Dante saw on these terraces will send chills from head to toe. There is a group of people who, in life, could not stand to see others happy. People who felt pain at the joy of others, who desired what was not theirs, who looked upon the success of others with bitterness in their hearts. These are the envious, and their punishment is something you will not believe. Brace yourself because what I'm about to say is disturbing. The eyes of these souls, the eyes that once looked with envy, malicious desire, resentment, these eyes are now sewn shut with wire that pierces the eyelids and forces them closed. They cannot see anything at all. They sit, leaning against one another, wrapped in gray, filthy cloaks, completely blind, unable to open their eyes, unable to look at the world around them. The pain is constant. The wire cuts the skin, and they remain thus in total darkness, paying for what they did. Because in life, they looked with envy. Now, they are deprived of sight forever. Take a deep breath because the next group's punishment is also brutal.
There is another group, people who lived consumed by rage, who exploded in uncontrolled fury, who shouted, attacked, destroyed everything around them when anger took over. These are the wrathful, and what happens to them will take your breath away. They walk eternally through a dense, suffocating black smoke. Smoke that burns the eyes and throat, that makes breathing nearly impossible. They cannot see ahead. They cannot breathe properly. Every step is agony. Every breath is torment. Everything around is darkness, confusion, absolute suffocation. And they stumble, fall, rise, and keep walking in that endless smoke. Because in life, rage blinded their judgment. Fury enveloped them like a toxic cloud. Now they walk literally blind through the smoke of their own wrath. If you've made it this far, it means you can handle what comes next. So prepare yourself. The next punishment is terrifying. The next group in purgatory are the proud. People who lived with their heads held too high, who believed themselves superior, who despised those below them, who humiliated, trampled, never bowed to anyone, who never admitted their mistakes, who walked through life with arrogance stamped on their faces, looking down on others. And the punishment? They carried gigantic stones on their backs, stones so heavy, so absurdly heavy, that they are forced to walk completely bent over. They cannot lift their heads. They cannot breathe properly. Every step is agony. Every breath is torment. Everything around is darkness, confusion, absolute suffocation. And they stumble, fall, rise, and keep walking in that endless smoke. Because in life, rage blinded their judgment. Fury enveloped them like a toxic cloud. Now they walk literally blind through the smoke of their own wrath. Now let's go to the third and final fact. And this is without a doubt the most surprising of all. Prepare yourself, because what I'm about to reveal will completely change your understanding of how one enters purgatory. You might imagine that souls simply appear there, right? That after death, those who were not condemned to hell and do not deserve heaven directly are sent to purgatory. Simple as that. But it doesn't quite work that way. There is a gate, an entrance, and someone guards that entrance, a being who decides who may pass and who may not. When Dante arrived at the base of the mountain of Purgatory, before beginning the ascent, he saw something that left him speechless. There was a gate, a large stone gate, and before this gate stood an angel, an imposing, majestic angel with an overwhelming presence, and he held a sword of fire that shone with a blinding light, a light that seemed to cut through the very air around it. Dante froze. He could not move. Fear overtook him. That angel was not there merely as a symbol. He was there to protect. to judge, to decide. Today, on the Hidden Warning channel, you discovered 3 shocking facts about Dante's Purgatory that almost nobody knows. We learned that Purgatory is a real, physical mountain, that the punishments there are precise and cruel, and that an angel with a flaming sword guards the entrance. Here on this channel, you will not only discover, as never before, the secrets of heaven, purgatory, and hell according to Dante, but also understand that the Divine Comedy goes far beyond a literary work. It is a map of the human soul. It is a warning about the consequences of our choices, an invitation to confront uncomfortable truths about life and the responsibility each decision carries. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, the soul is the greatest miracle in the world. And on Hidden Warning, you will discover truths that can change your destiny.